The Kraft Foods Company presents The Great Gildersleeve.
Yeah.
It's The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry, brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of Parquet margarine and a complete line of famous quality food products. Well, let's see now what Gildersleeve has been up to. I doubt really that Gildersleeve himself could tell you. Since the day he learned that his old flame, Leila Ransom, was pledged to marry another, he has lived in a daze, busying himself about unimportant things and trying to put out of his mind the thought of his impending loss. But inevitably it has come, the moment he has been dreading. It came when he wasn't looking. He was lingering late at the breakfast table, scanning the paper and putting away a few fried eggs, when the doorbell rang. Toast in one hand and napkin in the other, he rose and stepped to the door, wiping his mustache as he went.
Oh, pardon me. Hello, Leila.
I've come to say goodbye, Throckmorton.
Let me just put this toast down someplace. There. Well,
I might not see you again. That's why I came over now.
Well, I'm glad you did. Glad you did. You're leaving today, then?
Tonight.
Oh, tonight.
At 9:15.
9:15.
That's when my train goes.
Train? You're going on the train, then?
Yes.
Well,
I've brought you a key to my house. I'd like to leave it with you. Judge Hooker's handling the house for me, of course, but I thought if he wanted to show it to anybody, why...
This is the key.
That's the key.
I'll take good care of it. I'll hang it on a nail or something.
That's the key to the front door, not the back door. There's a different key to the back door, but this is the key to the front door.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll tell them to try it on the front door.
If they have any trouble, tell them to push down a little.
Push down a little.
Push down and then turn it.
Turn it. I see. Well...
By the way, I want to thank you for your wedding present. It was simply lovely.
Oh, there's nothing.
Well, it was lovely, and you shouldn't have done it. I'll write you a formal thank you letter, of course, as soon as I get my stationery, but I wanted to thank you anyway.
Well, thanks.
It was really lovely.
Glad you liked it. Tell Julian Henry not to bust it. You have to handle it kind of easy, tell him.
Oh, Julian Henry is very careful. He's a doctor, you know.
Yes, I know.
Doctors have to be careful.
I suppose. It's sterling silver.
Yes, I noticed that. Lovely. What do you do with it, Throckmorton?
Do with it? What do you think you do with it? It's a combination corkscrew, bottle opener, cheese knife, and pickle fork.
I knew it was something. But when I came to list the presents, I didn't know what to write down. Oh, I think it's lovely.
Thanks. Well,
I suppose there's nothing to do but say goodbye now.
Yes, Oh, by the way, here's the bill of lading for those crates I expressed for you. You'll need this.
Oh, thank you. I do hope it wasn't too much trouble.
Oh, not at all. Well, you're leaving tonight, you say?
9:15.
9:15. On the train.
On the train. Well, goodbye, Throckmorton. I do hope we'll always be friends.
Friends? Oh, sure, naturally.
Well, I guess I'd better be going now. Goodbye.
Oh, Leila.
Yes?
You sure you won't come in for a minute?
Well, I have so many things to do, Throckmorton. I'm afraid I can't.
Oh. Well.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. That's a heck of a way to say goodbye to a girl. Well, it's a heck of a way to say goodbye to me. Nuts. Why didn't I ask her if I could drive her down to the station? Who left this football here? Leroy, confound it!
Mr. Gildersleeve!
Well, tell him not to leave his football lying around where people can bump into it.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you planning to go out tonight?
I don't know, Bertie. I haven't decided. I don't know what I'm doing tonight.
Oh. Too bad about that dish. I wish I had some glue. I could fix it if I had some glue. Glass glue.
Yeah, let it go. We'll get another dish.
Gonna be hard to get another one like that. We got that one with soap chips. Soap chips is hard to find.
Yes, well, never mind.
Last time I went to market, I laid in $2 worth of canned goods we didn't need just to get one box of soap chips. Then when he looked under the counter, he didn't have no soap chips. At least that's what he said.
Uh-huh.
It's getting so things are just as bad under the counter as they are on the shelves. Pretty soon they'll be as bad in the basement as they are under the counter. Then what'll it do? Guess I'll have to dig. Miss Gildersleeve, you feeling all right?
Perfectly.
You don't seem to talk much.
I'm reading the newspaper, or trying to.
Would you rather read today's paper?
Huh?
That's last week's paper you got there.
Oh. Where did I get this?
That's the paper I put under the toaster to keep it from burning the table.
Funny, I didn't notice.
Here's today's.
Oh, thanks.
Mr. Gildersleeve, now have you decided?
Decided what?
About tonight, whether you're going out.
Oh, if you want to go out, Bertie, go ahead. I have no plans.
Oh, I don't want to go out if you're going out.
That's all right. You go ahead, Bertie.
Well, thank you, sir. I'll go phone Lily.
Now, why did I say that? Maybe I will want to go out. Darn it, why didn't I offer to drive Leila to the station? Of course, there's still time. I could call her up and no. That's just what she'd want me to do. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction. She wants to marry this fellow, let her go ahead and marry him. Let him drive her to the station. Let him come all the way from Savannah and drive her to the station.
Hello, Lily Bee. Where were you, upstairs?
There's one thing sure, I'm not going to sit here all evening biting my nails.
Oh, well, I talked to Mr. Gildersleeve and he said...
Oh, Bertie, just a minute.
Hold it, Lily Bee. Yes, sir?
I don't like to change your plans, Bertie, but about this evening...
Yes, sir?
I haven't quite decided.
Oh, hold everything, Lily Bee. I'll call you back. No, it don't look so good now.
Well, yes, I know it's kind of short notice, Eve. I would have called you sooner, only... Look, Eve, I don't like to ask you to break a date, but if you could just see your way clear to do it just this once, just this evening, it would... Well, that's just the trouble. I tried everybody else. Hello? Hello? You hung up. What's the idea? No, what?
Miss Gildersleeve, do you think...
I haven't quite made up my mind yet, Bertie.
Yes, sir?
Oh! Leroy, don't slam that door. How many times... What are you doing home in the middle of the morning?
Teacher sent me home. I got a cold.
Oh, for heaven's sake, for a little cold?
What are you doing home?
That's my business. Stop sniffing. Go get a handkerchief.
I've got one.
Then use it.
Okay.
Come here, Leroy. Let me help you.
I can blow it. What's the matter with him?
Don't bother your uncle now. He's making up his mind.
Making up his mind about what?
He don't know, I guess. That's what he's making up his mind about.
Hey, Unc, can I go to the basketball game tonight?
No, certainly not.
But it doesn't cost anything, Unc. It's free. It doesn't cost anything.
That's not the point. I can perfectly well afford to send you to the basketball game if I want to. But you've been sent home from school with a cold. I don't know what they sent you home for. A little cold. If you'd stop sniffing, you wouldn't have one. Bertie, I guess you better put him to bed.
Oh, Unc.
Well, then get out of my way and let me use that telephone.
Oh, sure. Here you are, Unc. Who are you calling, Unc?
Judge Hooker, none of your business.
If I put on my rubbers, could I go?
No.
I'll keep warm, Unc, honest.
Leroy, can't you see I'm telephoning? Guess he isn't there. Wonder who else in the Jolly Boys I could call.
Don't tell me you're going to play poker again tonight.
That, Leroy, is my affair. We play for very small stakes anyway.
Gosh, I can't even go to a basketball game, and he plays poker every night in a week.
It's not every night in the week. Peavy? Gildersleeve. Say, Peavy, I got to thinking. How about a little game of penny ante this evening? You and the fellas. Give you a chance to win back some of that. Well, why couldn't you? Peavy, it's not every night in the week. Leroy, go upstairs. Look, Peavy, we played last night, granted. And we played the night before. But how long was it before that we played? Just ask her that. Then tell her what she can do. Show her who's boss, Peavy. Peavy, you know what you are? You're a ninny. Well, now, I wouldn't say that. Nuts. Well, I guess I spend the evening alone. Might as well get used to it. Won't be the only evening I'll spend alone. Evening after evening, with nobody next door. No Leila, nobody. Windows dark, shades drawn. No Leila. No Leila. What'll I do? Give me that phone. 5, 8, 3, 6. Peavy, you gotta do this for me. I'm asking you as a personal favor. If you ever called yourself my friend, Peavy, get the fellas over here tonight. We'll have a lot of fun, Peavy. We'll play cards, we'll play games, we'll do anything you like. We'll have 1,000,000 laughs. If you love me, Peavy, do this for me.
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just a minute. Everyone knows that $1 doesn't go very far these days. Still, the family is just as hungry as ever. And that's why we're always glad to remind you of a wholesome food that's high in food energy and very economical, too.
That sounds like a build-up for one of your Kraft food products, Mr. Lang.
You know I'm referring to Parquet margarine, a spread for bread that's a favorite in millions of homes. Parquet is one of the finest of all energy foods you can serve, and it's also a reliable source of vitamin A. Every pound contains 15,000 units of this important vitamin.
And in my family, Parquet margarine's a very special favorite because of its fresh, sweet flavor. I think it's a grand buy, Mr. Lang, whenever it's available. That's why I always make it a point to look first for Parquet.
Sometimes Parquet margarine may be hard to find because of the big demand, but Kraft is making all they possibly can with present supplies. So if you want to help make your food dollar go further, look first for Parquet. Parkay, Parquet margarine, the delicious quality spread for bread made by the Kraft Foods Company. Now let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. Fortunately for him, Mr. Peavy has turned out to be not only a good friend, but a persuasive one. So we find Gildersleeve, Judge Hooker, Floyd the barber, Chief of Police Gates, and Mr. Peavy seated around Gildersleeve's dining room table with a bright light shining down on them, neatly stacked chips in front of each player, and an almost new deck of cards in circulation.
You're some host, Mr. Gildersleeve. I lost $3 already.
The evening's young yet, Floyd.
Well, I've never seen such a run of luck as you've been having.
Well, I'll admit I've been lucky.
Lucky at cards, unlucky at love.
You're right, Floyd. But believe me, I'd rather have it the other way around.
You must be crazy.
No, I'm not. I win a few dollars at poker. What of it? You have a happy home, security, someone to share your joys and sorrows.
Only a bachelor could say a thing like that. Now, look, anybody knocks my wife, I'll give him an argument. She's as good as anybody's wife. She has her good points. Well, she did have anyway. But here's what gets me.
It's your deal, Floyd.
Keep your shirt on. You're ahead. Here's what gets me about my wife. I never can tell what she's after. And they're all the same. Am I right, Chief?
I think I know what you mean.
Certainly. Or I'll leave it to Peavy. Hey, Peave, does your wife ever come right out and tell you what she wants, or does she sneak up on it by the way of Denver?
Mrs. Peavy uses both methods.
Well, you're lucky. See, I never know where I stand. Like last week, for instance, she was after me like a tiger. We had to have a new washing machine. A new washing machine. That's $140. Cut the cards, Peeve.
I cut them 5 minutes ago.
Oh. Well, I said to Lovey, look, Lovey, try to get this through your head. We ain't got $140.
That doesn't sound like indirection to me, Floyd.
Well, you hear. Yesterday, she comes up to me and she says, Floydie, I got the old washer fixed for only $16. Can I have a new coat? You know what I think? I think she was after the coat all the time.
If she'd asked you right out for the coat, you'd have complained anyway.
I did.
It's not important, Floyd. You married men have something solid you can build your lives around. Something to give your lives direction.
I get plenty of that.
When you're sick, who takes care of you? When you're discouraged, who cheers you up? When you come home tired after a day's work, who stands there ready to welcome you?
Lovey.
Hazel.
Mrs. Peavy.
There you are. But me, I come home to an empty house.
Oh, poppycock. You've got the best cook in town and 2 fine children.
It's not the same as a wife, Horace. It's not the same.
Oh, you make me tired, trying to behave as if you'd sustained a tragic loss. If Leila meant so much to you, why didn't you ask her to marry you?
I did. I was engaged to her. You know I was.
At the time you were engaged to Leila, she was married to Beauregard Ransom.
Well, I didn't know that. I made my proposal in good faith.
Yeah. But have you ever proposed to her since she became a bona fide, legitimate widow?
Well, maybe not in so many words. No, I guess I haven't.
And stop complaining. Would you mind dealing, Floyd?
Excuse me, fellas. Hello? I'll be right over.
Hey!
Coat on, I'll be right over. Goodbye.
Gildersleeve, I must say, since we're here as a favor to you...
And I'm out $3 as I sit
Fellas,
here.
please, I'll be back. There's Cokes in the icebox. Where's my hat? Oh, on my head. See you later, fellas.
Well, how do you like that?
What am I running for? She won't be ready. Yeah, but what do I care? Hey, Leila.
Throckmorton, you're darling to come and get me like this at the last minute.
No trouble at all.
Well, if you'll take my bag, I guess we ought to get started.
This all the baggage you got? Can't be more than a couple of handkerchiefs in there.
Oh, there's a few little things. Gracious, I guess I'll have to ask you to lock my door. Did you bring the key?
Key? Oh, yes. Yeah. Here. Can't seem to...
You have to push down a little. Why, honey, your hand is shaking.
I'll get it. There. Well, are we all ready?
I guess so.
I'll just put your bag in the back. All right, Leila. Pile in and away we go. Well, what's the matter? You forget something?
I was just taking one last look at my little house. We have time, haven't we?
Time? Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
It's really a sweet little house. And I've had some awfully happy moments in it these last 5 years. What are you thinking, Throckmorton?
Your leaves need raking.
Let's get started, shall we? I hate having to hurry for a train.
Leila, what's the matter now?
Nothing, Throckmorton, only let's get started, please. I suppose this is the last time I'll ever see West 5th Street. There's Shaw's Bakery and Meltzer's Hardwire.
Yeah?
You know something, Throckmorton?
What?
I told you a fib on the telephone.
The fib? You did? How?
I never sent for a cab at all. I was going to send for one, but then I thought I'd rather see you.
Well, gosh, why didn't you ask me sooner? I might have been out.
I don't know. But I'd been kind of thinking all day. I was thinking we never really got to say goodbye to each other.
You thought that, too?
Oh, Oh, it was awful this morning. Like two strangers.
You're right. That's just what it was. Two strangers.
But we're not strangers, Throckmorton. We've been very, very good friends.
Yes, we have. We've been... Didn't see that car.
Throckmorton, would you mind holding my hand just till we get to the station?
Well?
Let's just sit here for a minute, shall we?
Sure.
I've got my ticket and everything. All I have to do is get on the train.
Got your Pullman reservation?
Oh, yes. Upper 9 in car 64.
Upper? Couldn't you get a lower?
Oh, I always buy an upper. It costs less, silly. And then occasionally I meet someone who insists on trading with me.
What a girl.
Do you think you'll miss me, Throckmorton?
You bet I will.
I'm afraid I'm going to miss you, too, sometime.
Leila?
Yes, Throckmorton.
Nothing.
We've had a lot of fun together. Do you remember the time we went on the picnic out by the old haunted house?
Sure.
And we took off our shoes and stockings and played in the brook. And then we lay on the grass and looked up at the great big white clouds.
I remember.
That was a perfect day.
Perfect.
Until that old cow came and chased us away.
Yeah, it chased you away. You thought it was a bull.
So did you. But you were brave.
Yeah.
Do you believe in fate, Throckmorton?
Fate?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I never thought much about it.
I believe in it. I think that fate throws people together for a reason. It's not just accident.
Huh? How do you mean?
Well, just think. If I hadn't come to Summerfield, I never would have met you. That's fate.
Yes, you're right. I never thought of it that way.
And now, just because I went south for the summer, fate has decreed I'm to be married. It's almost uncanny. If I hadn't gone down there, who knows?
I didn't know you had this deep side, do you, Leila?
Oh, I have. I don't often show it, that's all.
Leila?
Yes, Throckmorton. I'm afraid that's my train, Throckmorton.
Yeah, that's right. Whistling from Moore's Junction.
Can you get my bag?
Yeah, I'll get it, Leila.
That's not my train, is it?
No, that's just a switch engine. Your train won't be here for another minute or two.
Another minute. And then you may never see me again.
Leila?
I'm sorry.
Leila?
Yes, Throckmorton.
About this fella, Julian Henry. Would have it made any difference if I'd asked you to marry me?
Yes, Throckmorton. It might have made a great deal. There's my train. The train that's taken me to my wedding, Throckmorton. I feel terribly alone. I'm a little frightened going down there to marry Julian Henry. I don't really know him so very well. He's terribly nice, of course, and he's built up a fine practice on me. But it's such a big step. say, Throckmorton?
I didn't say anything, Leila.
Did you hear what I was saying just before the train came in? I'm frightened, Throckmorton. Maybe I shouldn't rush into this.
Leila.
I said I'm frightened. Maybe I shouldn't take this
Leila,
train.
I'm sure you're going to be very happy. You'll get used to Julie and Henry. There's nothing to be nervous about. Now, here's your little bag. Now, you get in the train and have a good night's rest, and you'll feel just like getting married tomorrow.
You don't have to shove me.
Goodbye, Leila. Goodbye, Leila.
Goodbye, you dumb Yankee!
We'll hear from the great Gildersleeve again very shortly. You women who are trying to serve good, nourishing meals within limits of the family budget know how important it is to keep a sharp lookout for the best values in food. And that's why we've been reminding you to look first for delicious, nourishing Parquet margarine when you shop for your family's spread for bread. Among good energy foods, Parquet margarine is one of the finest, made of rich, wholesome farm ingredients and fortified with important vitamin A. Yet, Parquet usually sells for less than half the price of costly spreads. Right now, all the Parquet Kraft can possibly make with the limited supplies available is being distributed as fairly as possible to food dealers all over the country. So be sure to look first for delicious, economical Parquet. P-A-R-K-A-Y. Parquet margarine. Made by Kraft.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going over to Kay Kaiser's College of Musical Knowledge a little later tonight. Try to win a few dollars. So stay tuned to the Senior Network, and I'll say goodnight to you later. Good night.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. It is written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. The music is by Jack Meakin. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley as Leroy, Lillian Randolph as Bertie, and Shirley Mitchell as Leila Ransom. Judge Hooker is Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand plays Mr. Peavy. This is John Lang saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company and inviting you to listen in again next Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Have you tried Pabstet? The cheese food that's really different. Rich and mellow cheddar cheese flavor, easy to serve in a variety of tempting ways. Pabstet spreads easily for sandwich making, melts smoothly into an appetizing golden cheese sauce, and it slices in a distinctive way, for Pabstet can be cut into neat wedges when chilled for serving with desserts. Why not buy both varieties of this delicious, nourishing cheese food? Ask for Pimento Pabstet in the red package and Golden Cheddar Pabstet in the familiar round yellow package.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
The Kraft Foods Company presents The Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry, brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of Parquet margarine and a complete line of famous quality food products. It's evening in Summerfield. In Gildersleeve's experience, there are two kinds of evenings. Those on which a man has either got to get out of the house or go crazy, and those on which wild horses couldn't drag him out. This is one of the latter. Having stuffed himself comfortably at dinner, he settles into his easy chair, pats his tummy, and beams upon his niece and nephew.
Leroy, where are you going?
Upstairs. I gotta do my homework.
Couldn't you do it down here?
Well, sure, I guess so. Only I thought you said...
Well, ordinarily, I think it's better if you do your homework in your room by yourself. That's true, my boy. But just this once. If we're all very quiet. Marjorie, what do you think? Think you could concentrate down here?
I guess so. Why?
Leroy?
I can concentrate anywhere.
Good. I just thought it'd be nice if we spent an evening together for a change. After all, I've hardly seen you children lately, except at mealtime. A man likes to feel his family around him sometimes. I thought we could have a fire, maybe.
Oh, I think that'd be nice.
We'll just spend the whole evening quietly together, concentrating. Leroy, you do what you're doing. Marjorie, do what she's doing. I'll do what I'm doing. What say?
Makes no difference to me, as long as I get this done, that's all.
You'll get it done. After all, if we're all concentrating, we won't interfere with each other, will we? Besides, it'll be good practice concentrating. That's one of the most important things you can learn in school, my boy. Concentration. Learn to concentrate.
Okay.
Well, stop talking now, Leroy, and do our work, shall we?
Who's talking?
Well, don't. You can't talk and concentrate, too, you know. By the way, what are you working on there?
Arithmetic.
Arithmetic. Marjorie, what are you working on?
Social.
Oh, social? Well, I guess I'll read my book. Anybody seen my book?
What book?
The book I was reading.
Well, I didn't know you were reading a book. What book?
The book I started.
What's the name of it?
How do I know? I was reading it and I had it right here. Somebody's moved it. Bertie!
Uncle Mort, nobody's touched your book. If you can't remember the title, what was it about? Maybe I
can't remember that either, but I was reading it. I know that.
Mr. Gildersleeve.
Bertie, did you move my book?
No, sir, not me. I don't touch a thing. If I find anything laying around anywhere, I dust around it. I know, because that's the way I was brought up, and that's the way I am. I don't touch a thing. Not me. No, sir. Did I do what?
My book. Have you seen it?
Book? What kind of book, Mr. Gildersleeve? What did it look like?
Yeah, well, it had a cover. It was blue. Or red, maybe. Anyway, it was some color. It had a scrap of paper stuck in it where I stopped reading. Kind of a fat book, as I remember.
Fat book with a scrap of paper. It ain't this one.
Let's see. Bertie, you're wonderful. I don't know what I'd do without you. I knew it had a title. Anthony Adverse.
Anthony Adverse? Oh, Unky.
What's the matter with Anthony Adverse?
Well, you don't want to read that. It's 10 years old.
My dear, some of the greatest books in the world are 10 years old and more.
But Anthony Adverse.
Oh, let him read it and let me do my homework.
I will simply remind you, my dear, that this book was chosen by a book club. It wasn't just written by some Tom, Dick, or Harry, you know. Let's see, who did write it? Never heard of him.
Mr. Gildersleeve, pardon me, but...
Yes, Bertie?
I got all them grocery bills anytime you want to check them over. You asked for them, remember?
Oh, well, thanks, Bertie. Yeah, that's fine.
Anytime.
Not tonight, Bertie. I'm pretty tired tonight. Some other time.
Yes, sir, anytime. Just let me know. They're piling up out there.
Yeah, pretty tired tonight. Hard day. Long day, too. I'm driving myself too hard, I'm afraid. Mistake. You know...
Unc, I'm going to turn this in the morning with all the answers.
Well, who's stopping you?
Well, how can I figure with you talking all the time?
I'll leave it to anybody here if I've been... Marjorie, have I been talking all the time?
Uncle Mort, read your book.
All right, Leroy. Sorry. I won't say another word. Chapter 2. Is that as far as I got? This is an awful complicated book. Awful lot of people in it. A lot of plot, too. Can't even remember the part I've read. Maybe I'll just wait till the movie comes out.
It's come out.
It has?
Come and gone.
Well, What am I reading this for, then? Guess I'll read a magazine instead. After all, I worked pretty hard today. Now, there's my idea of nothing at all. I ask you, my dear, take a look
Oh, for corn's sake, I'm going upstairs.
What's the matter with him?
Unky, read your magazine and let me read my book.
Yes, yes. Now, there's the life for me. Yes, sir, that's for me. That's the way I like to end my days.
How?
There's an ad here. Picture of a fellow and his wife, I guess. Anyway, they're holding hands.
Well, what of it?
They're on a ship going someplace. They're leaning on the rail, looking out to sea at the sunset. He's wearing a cap and smoking a pipe. Looks like he's taking it easy.
What's the point?
Oh, the ad says, just think, darling, in only 15 years you'll be able to retire on $160 a month. Say, I gotta look into this.
Read it.
Yes, sir. No more worries, no more cares. Since Mary and I decided to take care of our future with Indestructible's new Easy Way plan. Just 15 years and I can retire. Travel, play golf, take life easy. Do all the things we wanted to.
Oh, I'd love to travel. I'd rather travel than anything.
$160 a month at age 60, guaranteed income as long as you live.
Oh, I've always wanted to go somewhere in a boat.
Says here, don't delay. Mail in the coupon today.
Even if it was only a little boat. Even if it didn't go anywhere much. Unky, what else does it say?
Well, I've got this coupon you fill out, and then beside it here there's a... Guess it's a Balinese dancing girl. I don't know where she comes in, but anyway.
Oh, Unky, let's do it.
Do what?
Let's go somewhere in a boat.
Well, wouldn't be bad. See the world. Visit points of interest.
Oh, let's.
Of course, you don't get this money for 15 years.
I'll wait. I'll do anything, but let's go somewhere.
Well, it would be something to look forward to.
I finished already. Great me.
Leroy, how would you like to go on a trip?
Trip where?
Everywhere, all over the world.
Now, my dear, let's not get too excited.
Uncle Mart's going to retire.
No kidding.
Well, not right now, but I'm considering it.
Boy, I'd sure like to retire.
Yeah. You retire from what? You haven't even started. No, my boy, you have a long, full life ahead of you. A life of useful endeavor, I trust.
Who wants that? When you retire, you go around the world. I'm going to retire when I'm 21.
Well, you better start saving your pennies then. And by the way, I wonder what this Easy Way plan costs. Doesn't seem to say here anywhere.
Send in the coupon, Unky. It says send in the coupon.
I suppose it's an annuity of some kind.
Send in the coupon and they'll explain.
Yeah, send in the coupon, Unc.
Now, don't rush me. There are a lot of angles to this. A lot of financial considerations.
Unky, it says just send in the coupon.
Well, what can I lose?
No way, we're closed.
Peavy, open up. It's me, Gildersleeve. Yeah, that's the stuff. Thanks.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Gildersleeve. I didn't know it was you. Step in, quick. I thought it was some of those young fellas that come roistering around wanting sodas at all hours of the night. I was just stocking up.
Yeah, glad I caught you. Peavy, could you let me have a stamp? We never seem to have any at home.
Oh, yes, I guess you could.
Want to get this thing off tonight, if possible. It's important.
Now, did you want the 3-cent stamp or the 1 cent? We have both.
Well, this'll take a 3.
Yeah, the 3 seems to be more popular. That'll be 3 cents. I have an airmail if you'd care to go that high.
Well, what the heck. I'll blow 8 cents. This is important.
Oh, the airmail's only 5 now.
5? Peavy, don't tell me you're selling cut-rate stamps.
No, the government has just reduced the fare. There you are.
Thank you.
And you have 3 cents coming.
What do they put on these?
I imagine it's harmless.
There. Peavy, you know what's in that envelope?
No, Mr. Gildersleeve, I don't.
Peavy, let me ask you a question. This may be a little personal.
Yeah, most questions turn out that way.
You don't mind?
I don't have to answer it.
No, I guess you don't. But you're a fool if you don't. Peavy? Fuel for thought. Peavy, have you ever stopped to think what you'll be doing at the age of 60?
I'm doing it.
Huh?
I'm 60 now and then some.
Oh, yeah, well, that's so. Well, I guess this wouldn't help you much then. Too bad you didn't get started younger.
Get started?
Well, if you'd played your cards right, Peavy, if you'd shown a little more foresight, you wouldn't be down here working every evening. You'd be home enjoying life with Mrs. Peavy.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
All right, you'd be off someplace. Yellowstone Park, the Grand Canyon.
Well, what's the matter with Summerfield?
There's nothing the matter with Summerfield.
A lot more comfortable than the Grand Canyon.
Don't you ever want to go anywhere? Don't you ever want to retire?
What for?
Why does anybody want to retire? So you can take life easy. So you can spend more time with your wife.
Well, I'll tell you, I consider I've been pretty lucky. Mrs. Peavy and I have remained on good terms all these years, and I wouldn't want to risk changing it. I don't know if she could stand to see any more of me than she does.
All right, Peavy, have it your own way. But if you ask me, it's a lot of sour grapes. The idea, a man your age having to work here till 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Mr. Gildersleeve, do you know what keeps me here till 10 or 11 o'clock at night?
No, what?
People coming in here after I've closed wanting to buy stamps.
Well, I guess I can take a hint. I'm extremely sorry to have troubled you, Mr. Peavy.
Oh, please don't misunderstand.
I was merely trying to make a suggestion for your own welfare, but I see it's too late.
Mr. Gildersleeve.
In the future, I'll buy my stamps from Beckman.
Mr. Gildersleeve, don't go away angry, please. I wouldn't want that to happen.
Well, all right.
I was just having my little joke. You know, I'm afraid my sense of humor runs away with me at times.
Oh? Maybe I was a little touchy, too.
By the way, there's the mailbox. Don't forget to mail your letter.
Oh, well, thanks for reminding me. I bet you'd like to know what's in that letter, wouldn't you? Well, never mind. Just remember this. As long as you're a friend of mine, Peavy, old boy, you'll never have to worry.
The great Gildersleeve will be busy planning his retirement again in just a minute.
Well, Mr. Lang, what do you have to say about parquet margarine tonight that's new and different?
Well, the story is really about the same. In fact, I was just going to mention that parquet margarine has been of the same fine quality all through this period when spreads for bread have been scarce. Kraft is using the same top-quality ingredients as always to produce delicious, nourishing parquet.
Oh, and that's something we really appreciate, Mr. Lang. Whenever I can get it, I like to serve parquet margarine with hot toast for breakfast or with bread and rolls for lunch and dinner because it always tastes just right.
That's what millions of families have discovered. Parquet's fresh, country-sweet flavor has made it one of America's best-liked spreads for bread. Today, of course, all spreads for bread continue to be scarce, and you may not find parquet margarine every time you shop. But when you do, you'll find it the same high quality it's always been. And you may be sure Kraft is producing to the limit of available supplies. So look first for delicious, flavor-fresh Parquet. P-A-R-K-A-Y. Parquet margarine. Now let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. Since mailing the coupon that is to take care of his future, a new sense of security and well-being has come over him. It has been noticeable in little ways.
You know, Marjorie, I was passing the Army and Navy store today. They got a yachting cap in the window down there. I've always wondered how I'd look in a yachting cap. Why, George, I'm tired of shaving myself every morning. Why should I? You know, Floyd, you ought to get a manicure girl. Maybe a shoeshine boy. Give the place a little class.
My place is too classy for most of my customers right now. Just name one of the regulars that'd lay down a buck for a manicure. Go on, name one.
Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve.
Yeah?
Why, certainly. If you had a winsome little blonde holding my hand, I'd buy a manicure every week. So would plenty of your customers.
I don't know. I got a feeling most of the regulars would just buy a haircut and look at her for free. When you talk about a shoe shine boy, I tried that.
When?
4 or 5 years ago. Colored fella named Willie. Gave you a darn good shine for 10 cents.
Oh, yes, I remember Willie.
Well, he would have starved to death here if he hadn't went in the Army. Hey, how's that? Nice and smooth, ain't it?
Oh, that's fine, Floyd. Fine. The trouble with this barber shop is you can't make any money this way. You ought to expand.
I do all right.
What'll you do when you're too old to work?
Just keep on working, I guess.
That's no way to talk, Floyd. You ought to arrange to retire in a few years. Take life easy.
It's tough to pile up a retirement fund with the class of trade I got.
Well, you do have some cheapskates, of course.
You said it. Well, Judge Hooker. Good morning, Judge.
Come in, Judge. We were just talking about you.
Hello, Gildy. Will you be along, Floyd?
Just a once-over lightly for Mr. Gildersleeve here. Sit down. I'll be right with you.
Talking about me, you say, Gildy?
I was just giving Floyd a little advice. I'll pass it along to you, too, Judge. You fellows ought to start thinking about your old age.
Indeed.
Certainly. If you had any sense, you could both retire in a few years and spend the rest of your lives just lolling around.
I can't say that's a prospect that appeals to me particularly.
Sounds good to me, Commissioner. I'd be willing to start tomorrow. How do you work it?
I'll tell you, Floyd. Personally, I've made arrangements so I can retire when I'm 60. Nice fat little check coming in every month.
Well.
Insurance?
Well, it's a form of insurance. Annuity. That's the place to put your money. You got any annuities, Floyd?
No. Got a $1,000 policy on my wife. That's about my only investment.
What about you, Horace? You got any annuities?
No. Since when have you had one?
I happen to have a little foresight. You ought to look into it, Horace. Unless you're planning to live off your sister in Cleveland during your sunset years.
I'll bet the judge is fixed so he don't have to worry.
Huh.
Yes, sir. I'll bet he's got a bundle laid away someplace.
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
Well, if you buy an annuity, you can't miss, Judge. You put this money in every month, and then when you're 60...
I'm familiar with the principle of annuities. For a fellow like you, incapable of planning your own investments, I suppose it's an excellent arrangement.
Who's in...
Take it easy, Commissioner, till I get off your lip.
Well, make it snappy.
Finish him up, Floyd. I've got to be in court by 10.
Take your time, Floyd. I want the full treatment.
Well, you're all done now. Just slap on a little lotion, and there you are.
All right, you old goat, get in the chair.
Thank you.
See if I got some money here. George, afraid I'll have to give you some pennies, Floyd.
I ain't got nothing against pennies. Wish I had 1 billion of them.
Have to go to the bank and get some cash. I can just make it, Floyd. 48, 49, 50. Right?
Well, it's the price of a shave.
I'll owe you the tip, Floyd. I'll be in later in the week. Goodbye, Judge. So long, Floyd. Got to go to the bank.
Him and his manicures.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Gildersleeve. It's a grand morning for banking, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I suppose you're here on official business?
Oh, no, purely personal. Just want to deposit a couple of lamb chops. Let's see. Pay to the order of myself. Well, $10 is enough. No hundreds. Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve.
Good morning, Mr. Gildersleeve. Making a deposit, I presume.
No, just one little folding money. A 5 and 5 ones, please.
Yes, sir. Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve.
What are you doing? Looking me up? You ought to know my signature by now.
Oh, just a formality, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Banks, rigmarole, and red tape. Come on, I'm in a hurry.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, I'm afraid.
Now what?
Well,
What did you say?
I said yours.
Speak up, confound it. I can't hear you.
I said your account is overdrawn $3.20.
What?
I'm sorry, but under the circumstances, I'm afraid we can't honor your check.
I've got a balance of over $100.
Oh, now, Mr. Gildersleeve, these things happen.
Not in a well-run bank, they don't. I've got half a mind to do my banking somewhere else. In fact, I would if there was another bank.
Oh, my dear sir.
You'd better check your accounts, mister.
Well, maybe you'd better check yours.
Oh. 6 and 8 is 14, and 9 is 23.
What does it mean when you're overdrawn?
4, 7, 8, 12. 1 to carry.
Is it like being broke?
Leroy, for heaven's sake, he's trying to add.
Oh.
And it's worse than being broke. If you're overdrawn, you owe the bank money. And if you don't pay them, well, something happens, I'm sure.
Once and for all, get this through your heads. I'm not overdrawn. The bank has made a mistake, and I've got to find it. That's all.
That's what you always say, Unky. Have they ever been wrong?
Nope. Why don't you check these figures, my dear? Here's the balance September 1st. The bank and I saw eye to eye September 1st.
Well, what's this, your deposits?
Yep.
Well, there's a mistake of $100 right here.
Where?
Here, adding the deposits to the old balance. You gave yourself $100 too much.
By George, that must be it. But that still doesn't explain where the devil is all the money gone. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Bertie!
What's she got to do with it?
We're spending too much money, that's what. Bertie is supposed to keep track.
Did you call me, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes, Bertie. Now, I've asked you to keep track of our expenses, haven't I?
Yes, sir.
Well?
I've been keeping track. They're getting awful high.
This is a fine time to tell me.
I've been trying to tell you before, Mr. Gildersleeve. I tried to tell you the day before yesterday.
That's right, Unky, she did.
I can't tell you if you won't listen.
Well, let's look into this right now. Have you got the bills, Bertie?
I got the slips, yes, sir. I'll bring in the slips and you'll see. I knew this was going to pop pretty soon.
Can I have a quarter, Unc?
Leroy, sometimes I wonder if you're possessed of ordinary, normal judgment. Do you think this is an opportune time to ask for money?
I only asked for a quarter. Gee, if I'd asked for a buck, but a lousy quarter.
There's no such thing as a lousy quarter. I haven't got a quarter. From now on, every penny counts. Do you understand?
Yeah, I guess so.
Mr. Gildersleeve, here's the slips.
Uh-huh. Sit down, Bertie. Now, the total grocery bill was $78 last month. Why is it so high?
Stuff has gone up, that's all.
Ridiculous. Prices haven't moved that far. Let's see, for instance.
Well, there's 2 pounds of peas we had for dinner last night, 60 cents. Used to be 30.
We'll eat no more peas. Make a note of that, Bertie.
Yes, sir. Beans has gone up, too. 50 cents worth of beans there. See that?
String beans? I don't like them anyway. Cut out the beans from now on. What about the meat?
There ain't any.
Confound it, we've got to eat something, Bertie. Chicken?
80 cents a pound, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Forget the chicken. Potatoes gone up?
Yes, sir.
Bread?
Yes, sir. See, the whole grocery bill here, $78. Last September, our bill was under 50.
We're eating too much.
We're eating less than we used to.
Yeah? I can't understand it. Let me see some of these slips. Darn things, you never can read them. What's this here? Looks like blood.
That's bluing. That's gone up, too.
What's this?
Ammonia.
We've got to cut out these frills, Bertie. From now on, nothing but necessities.
Yes, sir. That'll save us about 15 cents a month.
We've got to save substantially somewhere, Bertie. What's this? Oranges $1.25?
Yes, sir. That's for the orange juice for breakfast. Leroy's got to have his orange juice if he's going to grow.
Leroy's too big already. Look at this bill from Hogan Brothers. Pants for Leroy, $3.65. Shirts for Leroy, 2 shirts, $4.80. Jacket, $6.50. And look at him. What do you do with these new clothes, Leroy? Obviously, you don't wear them.
These are the pants.
They look 100 years old. Are they the best pants you have?
Yep. I need some new shoes, too.
They'll have to wait. This is serious, children. These bills for September. Hogan Brothers, $85.60.
Oh, I had to have a coat, Unky. I won't need another one for quite a while.
Groceries, $78. Milk and meat, $45. That's over $200 right there. Bertie's salary, Dennis' bill, Peavy's bill, plumber's bill, Leroy's music lessons, Paris cleaners and dyers. Why, do you realize?
What?
We can't live on my salary. There's $375 in bills right there, just for necessities.
I'd be willing to give up music lessons.
No. I'll give up cigars.
Oh, Unky, I'll take the coat back to Hogan's. I haven't even worn it yet.
No, my dear, we'll find a way. By George.
Doorbell.
I'll get it.
Good afternoon. Mr. Gildersleeve at home?
Yes, sir. Who shall I say it is?
Mr. Bradley. Clifford Bradley.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gildersleeve, Mr. Bradley wants to see you.
Oh? I don't know any Mr. Bradley. Mr. Bradley?
Mr. Gildersleeve, I understand you're interested in our plan to retire and live like a king on $160 a month.
Oh, get off the property. Get out of here and don't come back.
And we'll hear from the great Gildersleeve again very shortly. If you're looking for fine quality, delicious flavor, and good nourishment in your spread for bread, look first for Parquet margarine. Whatever your food dealer can supply you, you'll find that Parquet is the same fine quality as always. Country sweet in flavor, rich in food energy, and with 15,000 units of important vitamin A in every pound. The Kraft Foods Company is maintaining the high quality that has made Parquet a favorite spread of millions. And we're continuing to produce all the Parquet we possibly can. Our only regret is that there's not more available at present to meet every family's complete needs. So please be patient when supplies are temporarily short. And remember to always look first for that good name in quality spreads, Parkay. Parquet margarine, made by the Kraft Foods Company.
Now, as I was saying, Mr. Gildersleeve, the beauty of our plan is that you hardly notice the little payments. You get so used to them. But, boy, when that old $160 a month starts coming in.
Yeah?
And another thing that we like to emphasize, our company has been in existence since 1907.
Is that a fact?
So it's safe. That's why I say you're making no mistake in lining up with our company.
Well, why don't you take your foot out of the door and come in?
Thank you, Mr. Gildersleeve. I will.
Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. It is written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. The music is by Jack Meakin. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley as Leroy, Louise Erickson as Marjorie, and Lillian Randolph as Bertie. Judge Hooker is Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand plays Mr. Peavy. This is John Lang saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company and inviting you to listen in again next Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Ladies, when you're hurried and the family's hungry, a quick, sure way to satisfy appetites is to serve delicious Pabstet cheese food. Children love Pabstet's rich cheddar cheese flavor on crackers or toasted sandwiches. And you'll be amazed at how quickly Pabstet melts into a smooth, tempting cheese sauce for macaroni, egg, and hot vegetable dishes. Be sure to have Pabstet cheese food on hand for all occasions. Buy it in both delicious varieties, pimento Pabstet in the red package and golden cheddar Pabstet in the familiar round yellow package.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
The Kraft Foods Company presents The Great Gildersleeve. It's The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry, brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of Parquet Margarine and a complete line of famous quality food products. It's been a bad week for Gildersleeve. A bad week. It was one thing after another. First, they took the ceilings off meat. Then they started taking the ceilings off other things. Already overdrawn at the bank, Gildersleeve could see that the wolf would be at his door long before supply caught up with demand. So he has pulled himself together and rallied his little family for a last-ditch fight.
Bertie, children, the time has come. I mean, the time has really come. We've got to cut down. We've got to cut expenses to the bone. Bertie?
Yes, sir?
Hereafter, Bertie, no more expensive cuts of meat.
You mean no more meat?
If necessary. There are other things, beans and so on.
Yes, sir. You won't like them, though.
You can put up a lunch for me when you make Leroy's. I'll eat it at my desk. Save a little that way. Coal. I'm starting the furnace late this year. Might save a ton or so. Though goodness knows we could use it right now.
I'll say.
If anybody's cold, wear a sweater.
I haven't got a sweater.
You had a sweater, Leroy. What did you do with it?
I went through the elbows.
Stuffed paper in them. We're buying no more sweaters. Oh, another thing. And this means you, Marjorie. No more movies. Movies are out.
No movies, no furnace. What'll we do in the evening?
We'll go to bed early and keep warm.
Some fun.
Young man, this is serious. Your uncle had to go to the bank last week on bended knee and apply for a loan.
Gosh.
Your uncle is a debtor, Leroy. Do you know what that means?
Means you're in debt.
That's right. I hadn't meant to bring this up, Bertie. You needn't mention it around the neighborhood.
No, sir, not me. I don't mention nothing.
It's temporary, of course, but nevertheless.
Folks ask me anything, I tell them nothing. Let them mind their own business. That's what I say. What they want to come around here asking me questions for, I ain't information.
That's the stuff, Bertie.
How's Mr. Gildersleeve doing? That's his business. So go on, run along. Don't come sticking your nose in here. I don't know nothing. I'm deaf, dumb, and blind, I am. That's what I tell them.
Well, thanks, Bertie.
I don't tell them nothing.
I'm sure you don't.
Nothing.
I know I can depend on you. I only wish...
I don't tell them nothing.
I only wish I could depend on everybody the way I do on you.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I know how it is. It's been nip and tuck between me and the finance company ever since I can remember. I tell you what I'll do. I'll say you ain't home if you say I ain't home.
Well, it's not quite as bad with me as all that, Bertie. Just a small sum to tide me over. I got a little overdrawn there somehow. But these are strenuous times. We've all got to pull in our horns.
Unky, I'm sorry I said anything about the movies. I'll gladly give them up.
Me too.
They don't mean anything to me, really.
Well, I'm sorry to have to ask it of you children, but...
Oh, it's nothing. Forget it.
Well, thanks. After all, I've given up a few things, too, you know.
I know you have.
Haven't had a cigar now in a week. And it's driving me crazy.
Unky, there's one in your humidor. I know because I saw it when I was looking for my rubbers. Why don't you smoke it now?
No, my dear, I'm saving that one for Christmas.
Poor Unky.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some money.
How?
Nah, people wouldn't buy lemonade in the winter.
Come here, my boy.
What?
This is life, Leroy. Too bad you have to learn about it so young. That's what happens. You try to live right, you save your pennies, then something like this has to come along. That's life. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but batten down the hatches and sit tight here till this thing blows over. I must say, Bertie, that wasn't a very big lunch you put up for me today.
That's as much as I give Leroy, and you know Leroy.
Yeah, but I guess you don't know me. Darn it, where is Leroy?
I don't know, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, I'm hungry.
But dinner's all ready just as soon as Leroy gets here.
Come home here, no lunch to speak of. Look at that. It's 6:30, Bertie. He's supposed to be home before dark, and he knows it, too.
Yes, sir.
I'm hungry. Marjorie, do you know...
Oh, there he is.
Praise the Lord. Now I can get on the tape.
Hello, Joe. What do you know? Just got back from a picture show.
Leroy, Uncle Mort has been looking for you.
Yeah? Hi, Uncle. Am I late?
Leroy, where the devil have you been?
Guess.
I'll play no guessing games. I want you to account for yourself, young man, this very minute.
We've been waiting dinner for you half an hour.
You keep out of this. Leroy, where have you been?
I was downtown. Mr. Bullard brought me home in his new car. Gee, Mr. Bullard's a swell guy, Unc.
I'm not interested in Mr. Bullard or his swell car. I want to know what you were doing downtown.
You really want to know?
That's precisely why I'm asking you.
Well, just a sec. There, 45 cents.
How did you get that?
Selling papers.
Selling papers?
On the corner of State and Main. I'm sorry I was late, Unc, but I had 5 left and I couldn't sell them. And then Mr. Bullard came along and I sold him the whole 5. Gee, he's a swell guy. He drove me home, too. Gosh, if I can sell him 5 papers...
Leroy, how much did Mr. Bullard pay you for those 5 papers?
3 cents apiece. That's 15 cents.
You take these 15 cents and you run across the street and return them just as fast as your little crooked legs will carry you.
But, Unc, he bought them.
I don't care. I'll not have you taking charity from the neighbors.
It wasn't charity, Unc. This was business.
Oh, stop it. How could you do a thing like that, Leroy? How could you humiliate me that way? Standing on the street corner. My own nephew in that terrible-looking sweater. Begging, practically. What will people say? What will they think?
Gosh, I'm sorry, Unc.
How does that look for me? Answer me that.
Well, I didn't think.
You never think. Leroy, come back here.
That's the last time I ever tried to be a help
Unky.
Well, the boy ought to think of those things. You don't have to look at me like that. All right, I'll apologize. Leroy. Oh, Leroy. It's your old Uncle Leroy. Leroy, what are you... Leroy, what are you doing in there?
I'm washing my hands.
Mr. Gildersleeve, it's on the table and darn near ruined.
Leroy, it's on the table and darn near ruined. Open the door, my boy. I want to have a talk with you. Leroy.
What?
That's the boy. I want to apologize for what I said to you, Leroy. I sort of misunderstood. I guess I'm a little hungry, too.
That's okay.
I'm afraid I seem very ungrateful, but I'm not, believe me. I think you were making a very generous effort, and I'm proud of you, my boy.
That's okay.
It was splendid of you. However, we can't accept charity from the neighbors, can we? You wouldn't want to do that.
Who's accepting charity? I sold the guy some newspapers.
Now, calm down, calm down. Let's go to dinner, shall we?
Charity.
Try to look at it this way, Leroy. If a man buys 1 newspaper, it's safe to assume that he's buying it because he wants it. Or even 2 newspapers. Maybe he wants to start a fire or something. Or wrap a fish. But 5 newspapers, Leroy, that's charity.
It isn't either charity. It's salesmanship.
Well, look at it this way, then. We wouldn't want Mr. Bullard to get any wrong ideas, would we? Now, he sees you down there on the street corner selling papers in that ragged sweater out at the elbows. He might get the notion that we're hard up or something.
Well, aren't we?
Well, not that hard up.
Well, for corn's sake, what's all the howling about then? I give up. What's for dinner, Marge?
Something Gertie found in the newspaper. It tastes like cream bones.
That's it. You sit down and enjoy your dinner, Leroy. I'll be right back. I'm just going to run across the street to the Bullards.
What for?
I want to give him his 15 cents.
But,
I'm sorry, Leroy, but I will not be beholden to Rumson Bullard. Not for 1 minute. Good evening. Oh, hello, Craig. Is your father in?
Where's Leroy?
Leroy? Well, he's at home having his supper.
I want Leroy to come over.
Well, he can't right now, Craig. He's having his supper.
Why can't he come over?
I just told you he's having his supper. Tell your father I'm here, Craig. I'd like a word with him, if I may. Craig, tell your father I'm here.
What do you want?
I'll take that up with your father, if you don't mind.
Is it about money?
Well, as a matter of fact, it is. How did you guess?
He told Mother you'd probably be coming around.
Listen, I want to speak to your father, Craig. You run and tell him I'm here.
Father isn't home.
I know perfectly well he's home. Leroy came home with him. Now, you go get him.
He isn't home.
He told you to say that, didn't he? He's avoiding me. Will you tell him...
Craig? Who's at the door?
Not home, eh? It's your neighbor, Gildersleeve, Mr. Bullard. I'd like a word with you if you're not too busy.
Oh, hello, Gildersleeve.
Your boy, Craig, here, just told me you weren't at home.
Why, Craig, you knew I was at home. How could you say such a thing?
You told me to.
Upstairs. Children. Where do they get these notions, huh? Well, Gildersleeve, what is it?
Well, in the first place, I wanted to thank you for driving Leroy home this evening.
Why, not at all. I saw the little tyke standing on the corner there shivering. I thought he had no business down there, so I picked him up.
Oh, very good of you. I suppose you know what he was doing there. Took it into his head to sell newspapers. Where do children get these notions? You'd think we were hard up or something. Here's your 15 cents.
Well, what for?
The papers Leroy sold you. You shouldn't have done it.
Nonsense. I was glad to help him out.
No, take it.
No, I couldn't.
No, I insist.
Please, 15 cents. It's nothing.
It's nothing to me either. Here.
Really? I don't see why you make such a fuss about it. I saw the kid standing there. I picked him up. He told me how things were a little tough, and he was trying to help out. I thought it showed real spunk. I was glad to contribute.
Listen, you take this 15 cents, or I'll leave it on your doorstep.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it.
That's the way I feel about it.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Is that all?
That's all.
Well, good night, then.
Good night. And don't believe everything you hear from Leroy. Confound it. The way he acts, you'd think I'd gone over there to make a touch. I'll not be humiliated this way. Gotta have more money, that's all. Gotta have more money. Money. Only one thing to do. I'm going in there to the mayor tomorrow, and I'm going to tell him...
Tell him what?
Never mind. But I'm going to tell him.
And we'll find out what he's going to tell him in just a minute. I wonder how many of us men really appreciate the problem our wives have in doing the family marketing these days.
Well, I didn't, Mr. Lang, until I went shopping with my wife last weekend. With all these shortages, she's had to get her shopping down to a regular science. She even jots things down on her grocery list in the order of their importance. And by the way, I noticed she had parquet margarine right on top. Says she always looks first for parquet. And she got it, too.
Good for her.
That's what we said. Because our whole family goes for that swell parquet flavor on rolls, waffles, or just plain slices of bread.
Yes, millions prefer parquet margarine's fresh, country sweet flavor. And you'll find it the same fine quality today as always. Kraft is making all the parquet possible with available supplies. And your dealer is continuing to get his fair share so he can supply you from time to time. So take a tip from wise shoppers and always look first for delicious, nourishing parquet. Parkay. Parquet margarine. The quality spread for bread made by Kraft. Well, let's get back to the great Gildersleeve, who has spent a restless night in imaginary struggle with the mayor. Now, in cold daylight, with all his arguments assembled, he is advancing upon the mayor's office.
Hi, Judge.
Hi, Gildy.
You know where I'm going?
No, where?
I'm going in there to the mayor and tell him I want more money.
All right. right, go ahead and tell him.
Well, I will. Do you think I'll get it?
You might. And on the other hand, you might not.
How can you refuse? Where can you get a man to run the water department on the salary I'm getting?
I wouldn't advise you to bring that up.
Is that so? How many water commissioners do you know around here?
All right. You're the indispensable man.
Yes, I am. And I'm going to tell him.
Go ahead and tell him.
What if he says no?
That's up to you. You present your arguments, he considers them in the light of the city's budget. He presents his point of view, you consider it. You present further arguments, then he presents his further arguments.
Oh, you make me sick. Arguments, further arguments. I'm not going to argue with the mayor. I'm going to tell him.
All right, go ahead and tell him.
All right, I will. Hello, Chief. You busy?
Well, Commissioner, come on in. Have a chair.
Well, I can't stay. I got to go down the hall and see the mayor.
Oh, excuse me. Police department gate's talking. Cat on the roof? Fire department takes care of that lady. No, not at all. That ought to break up that pinochle game at the firehouse. Well, Commissioner, you going down to see the mayor, you say?
Yes.
Did he send for you?
Send for me? No, he didn't send for me. I asked him if I could see him.
Oh.
Why? Should he send for me?
No reason. I just thought he might have sent for you, that's all. Kind of nippy out today, ain't it?
Yeah, nippy. Say, Chief, I'm going up there and tell the mayor I've got to have an increase in my salary.
You are? Well, what do you know?
I'm just going to tell him, that's all. Don't you think that's the only way?
Well, it's one way. It's a good way if you like that way.
Sure. What I was thinking, Chief, I was thinking maybe I'd have a better chance if I could get a little support from you. You know, we department heads have got to stick together. Haven't we, Chief?
Well...
Especially a couple of jolly boys. After all, you could use a little raise yourself.
Well, sure, only...
Come on, let's go up to the mayor's office together. The two of us will scare him to death. How about it?
You go ahead. I wish you luck.
What's the matter? You scared?
Certainly not. I just figured that this is no time to be rocking the boat.
Of all the chicken-hearted, useless...
Now, Commissioner, is that a nice way to talk?
Well, you are. But I don't need your help. I'll go see the mayor by myself, and I'll tell him, by George, right now. I'm telling you, Peavy, a man can stand just so much.
That's right.
There comes a time in a man's life when he's either a man or a mouse. And when that time comes, he's got to face it.
Has to face what, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Has to make a decision, that's what. Well, I've made it.
What did you decide?
What do you think? I'm no mouse, Peavy, I'll tell you that. Yes, sir, the die is cast. Or it soon will be. Give me another Coke.
Mr. Gildersleeve, are you sure you should?
Don't worry, I can handle it. Give me another Coke.
All right, you're the customer, and if you want it...
I want it. Yes, sir. You can't push me around.
Here you are, Mr. Gildersleeve, but take it a little easy. Why don't you take off your overcoat?
I can't stay, Peavy. Got to get going. No, sir, they can't push me around.
Who's that?
Nobody. Nobody can push me around, Peavy. Want to know what I'm going to do, Peavy?
What?
I'm going to tell him.
That's good.
You want to know what I'm going to tell him?
What?
I'm going to tell him plenty.
That's good.
You want to know what I'm going to tell him plenty about?
What?
I'm going to...
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yes, sir. I'll tell
Peavy
him.
Pharmacy. Just a minute, Mrs. Everbaugh. I'll see.
Yes, sir. I'll go right up to him and I'll say, listen here, you cheap politician.
No, Mrs. Everbond, the 4 o'clock bus hasn't come in yet. Thank you, and call again. Excuse me, Mr. Gildersleeve. You were about to tell me something.
What? Oh. Peavy, I'm going to tell the mayor something.
The mayor?
Yes, sir, the mayor. My boss, Peavy. I'm going right in there and lay it on the line. And if he doesn't like it, he knows what he can do.
You going right over there now, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Right this minute. No time like the present. Strike while the iron is hot.
Stitch in time saves 9.
Right. Well, wish me luck, Peavy.
I do, Mr. Gildersleeve. I do. That'll be 40 cents for the Cokes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. 40 cents. Here's a half, Peavy. Have a Coke yourself.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, not during business hours.
Then have a cigar, Peavy. Have a cigar.
Wonder where he thinks he is.
Nobody here. Must be in his private office. Maybe don't want to be disturbed. Maybe I should come back another day. No, by George.
Who's that?
It's me, Gildersleeve.
Oh. Well, come in.
Sorry to disturb you, Your Honor.
That's all right. I was just dictating to Miss Bindwall here.
Oh, yes.
Well, what's on your mind?
It's confidential.
That's all right. I don't have any secrets from Miss Bindwall. Do I, Miss Bindwall?
No.
Well, this is financial.
No, that's different. Why don't you go and transcribe these letters while I talk to Mr. Gildersleeve, and then we can resume.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your thoughtfulness. But a man is talking salary.
I am very glad you brought it up, Gildersleeve.
You are? Well.
Yes, I am. In fact, if you hadn't brought it up, I would have.
Well, by George, Your Honor, I gotta hand it to you. I guess you've noticed the rising cost of living yourself.
Certainly. And there is absolutely no doubt we're going to be subjected to a great deal of pressure from all our employees to increase salaries.
Huh?
Everybody will want a raise. Now, take Miss Bindwall there. She's been with me 6 years. Certainly deserves more money than she's getting. Very loyal.
Oh, I can see that.
Just the same, I can't give her any more money. And you've got to take the same attitude with your people over in the water department.
But the cost of living?
They'll just have to pull in their belts, that's all.
But, Your Honor...
Yes, sir, that's the way it's got to be, all up and down the line. And I'm expecting all my department heads to cooperate, 100%.
Hold the employees in line?
That's the ticket. And if I have any trouble, well, the council has suggested more than once that we might arrange a merger of several departments.
Merger?
Eliminate a couple of commissioners. I'm thinking that over.
Well, I surely hope that won't be necessary, Your Honor.
I hope not.
Well?
Oh, before you go.
Oh, yes, I was just going.
Before you go. Oh. I don't know whether I've told you. I have a pet charity.
You have?
It's called Homes for Horses. I suppose you're fond of horses.
Horses? Love them. My favorite animal.
Well, you'll be interested in the work of our society. We take old horses who've devoted their lives to serving the community, milk horses, truck horses, all kinds of horses, and we put them in a nice pasture where they can spend their declining years.
Very touching. You've got a big heart, Your Honor.
I can't help it. Anyhow, we're having a big drive to raise funds for HFH.
HF
Homes for horses, I just told you. We need funds, and I'm expecting all my department heads to make a substantial contribution.
That's a wonderful opportunity to a worthy cause. Did you have any particular amount in mind?
No, this is purely voluntary. I might mention that Chief Gates has volunteered a week's pay. What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I'm just sitting down wrong. Thank you, Your Honor. Thanks for everything.
Not at all. Drop in any time you have a problem.
Yes. Well, goodbye, Your Honor.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss Badwill.
Goodbye, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Look out where you're... Oh, no, it's you, Judge.
I was just going home, Gildy. Well, did you tell the mayor?
Why don't you mind your own business? Homes for horses. A week's pay for a horse. It's blackmail, that's what it is. Well, am I going to do it? Am I a man or a mouse? Mouse, I guess. Pay to the order of home for horses.
Unky,
Yes?
I don't know whether it's the time to bring it up, but Mrs. Pettibone was here today.
Mrs. Pettibone, what did she want? And no hundreds.
She was collecting for the community chest.
Huh?
Now, don't get excited.
Community chest. Now that makes some sense. Homes for horses. If you give money to the community chest, you know what it does? It covers every worthwhile charity in town. People that are sick, hard up, veterans, children, everybody. Yes, sir. If you give to the community chest, you know your money is really accomplishing something. And goodness knows I'm in no position to throw it around. Yes, by George. Pay the order of community chest. No, sir, they can't push me around. Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. It is written by John Wheaton and Sam Moore. The music is by Jack Meakin. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley as Leroy, Louise Erickson as Marjorie, and Lillian Randolph as Bertie. Judge Hooker is Earl Ross, and Dick LeGrand plays Mr. Peavy. This is John Lang saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company and inviting you to listen in again next Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
If you're planning a Halloween party next week, treat your guests to a variety of Pabstet cheese food surprises. Pabstet spreads like butter at room temperature for delightful sandwiches and snacks. Pabstet adds rich cheddar cheese flavor to omelets, Welsh rarebits, and soufflés. And you also can slice it into neat wedges when chilled for serving with fruits and pie. Party time or any time, delicious, nourishing Pabstet cheese food really satisfies. Get both tempting varieties, pimento Pabstet in the red package and golden cheddar Pabstet in the yellow package.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.